So you've probably read the title of this video enough to know that I'm gonna try making a forever world. And it's gonna be a little bit of a process getting everything started, because my end goal is I want to try and just get literally everything. So the first step to getting literally everything is I'm here in Minecraft version 1.2.5 for a very specific reason, a very specific version for a very specific reason. And so we'll find out what that reason is. Some of you might already know, but I'm gonna be taking advantage of several specific game versions to try and achieve this goal, and I've got a few tricks up my sleeve that is going to make this all possible. First thing that's going to be very important, it's going to look a little bit foggy because my render distance is going to be on tiny, and that's because I want to, while I'm in this older version of the game in 1.2.5, I'm going to try to generate as few chunks as possible to try and minimize terrain generation for when I eventually upgrade the world in the future. Oh, and we're in a jungle. Oh boy. Oh, am I Steve? I sure am. I'm not in a new enough game to be able to access the skin servers, it seems. We're in a jungle right next to a swamp, which is very interesting. So this is 1.2.5, so that's no witches, no witch huts for the time being. So for the first things first, I want to collect as much wood as possible. In fact, you know what? Just to make this a little bit easier, I'm gonna speed this process up a little bit. That's what I'm doing right now. I'm making an axe. So I'm gonna try and just, like, chop as many trees down in the vicinity as I possibly can for a very, very specific reason. Wow, this is really interesting terrain generation. I'm into it. I feel like I could make something out of this. Provided upgrading my world doesn't change things completely. But that is the entire point of setting the render distance as low as I did, because that's going to minimize oh my god, the old gravel texture. It looks disgusting. Awful, horrible. I'm so happy they changed that. Anyway, hopefully going to minimize the effects that our earlier terrain generation has on the landscape. And I think hopefully setting it to tiny will probably aid in that. So we're just kind of doing everything in the nearby area and not worrying about anything at all. We're only gonna play the game right in this little spot. It really doesn't matter which kind of wood that I get right now. All that matters is I'm getting a lot of it. I need as much wood as I can possibly stuff into my pockets. The most important objective for this early phase of the plan, the Grandmaster plan that I have. So let's just, you know what? Do I even want to bother making a pickaxe right now? I might just kind of shove myself into the wall here. Maybe I'm making a pickaxe after all. I could have just, like, walked to, like, 2 inches forwards and seen this. Man, all these old textures are really bringing me back, though. It's kind of fun to be playing on this old version. Very nostalgic. I mean, I won't be here for long, but we're relishing the opportunity. We're relishing this chance as we get it. What I thought was swamp might have actually been more jungle. No, that's definitely swamp. Look at the color of the grass. Look at the color of the oh, gross. It looks like a plague has been placed upon the land. It's kind of hard to tell the difference between jungle and swamp, to be honest. You got oak trees with vines, and trees with vines, and more trees with vines. This looks like a pretty nice place to sort of establish, like, an early game sort of area. So why not do that? Alright, here it is. This is the moment of truth. This is what we're doing it all for. I can't do that in this version. Oh yeah, we're making all the wood into slabs. Because these, in the future, are going to be petrified slabs. That's what it's all for. We're getting a ton of petrified slabs. Yeah. Oh, with 8 to spare. Cool. I think that's a good supply to start us out. What is that? 7 stacks? Oh, that's gonna bother me. I'm gonna get an 8th stack for sure. I think 8 stacks is a safe amount to kind of have into the future, because once I upgrade out of this version, they are unobtainable forever. So I think it'll be fun to have a little piece of history embedded within this forever world as kind of a fun little thing to have that was not really possible unless you do it like this. 62. Dang. Well, we have 4 extras. I'm gonna use this wood to actually make some torches. This'll secure my starting perimeter. Just a little bit. Okay. I think that is where we're going to say goodbye to version 1.2.5. And I'm still Steve, that's right. And upgrade to the next version, which is not the current version. We're actually going to 1.10 next for another very specific reason. So I'll be right back. And here we are in the magical world of 1.10.2. I have my proper skin on now. There's music playing, which I'm gonna leave in because I just love the music in this game. And I have once again, now that I can actually control the number of chunks on my render distance, I have set it to 2, so everything is still very short. But now we are in 1.10.2 for another very specific reason, and I'm once again still not going to try to load many chunks. The reason for that, now that I'm this far in, is I will actually be updating to the current version of the game after this one, and I'm going to take advantage of the 1.18, 1.19 kind of terrain-like smoothing feature that they added at one point. The one where the old terrain can kind of blend into the newer terrain. These old versions don't really have that, so I'm gonna kind of wait and rely on that being a thing, and not like make super jarring terrain lines. But this is going to be a forever world, so if there are terrain lines, I can smooth those out in the future. That's probably going to be something I'll do. I'm just going to hang out and mine a little bit more until the sun comes up, probably. Maybe I'll spread some more torches around. Could do with getting some food. I might cave just a little bit. See if I can snag some iron. That would be very beneficial, and I might see if I can get a little wheat farm going. Okay, that is too loud. You are turning down. That's a little better. Cool, got some seeds. If I can find enough iron to make a bucket, I could bring a little wheat farm to me rather than having to go to it. However, these chunks were already loaded, so I don't think it really caused too much of a problem to not do it that way. Oh, and my precious wooden slabs are currently unknown textures because the actual replacement texture for petrified wooden slabs doesn't get added until a little bit later. Oh yeah, achievements! Those are in this version and weren't in the last one, so that's pretty cool. The like, creaky noise of the wood being... Well, that's just rude. I'm going inside. Hello? I have never in my life made a sword on the right side of the crafting table, but I guess we're starting today. While I'm at it, let's make a chest. Can I click and drag? Yes, I can click and drag in this version. I'm gonna establish a little bit of base camp here. Put some important stuff away, and also some stuff I don't need. No, you're coming with me. Same with you. I could really do with some food. However, I'm gonna dispatch this zombie first. Hello. Put your hands on the right keys on the keyboard. There we go. Well, this'll do for now. This doesn't really count as food, however, I can eat it. Oh. This, doesn't really go very far. I might have to go down instead of out. Plus, that would fit with my... Oh! I see. Ooh. Hello. Hello. Oh dear. Yeah. Ooh, okay. Well, I heard a witch over there. That is suboptimal, as they say. But the sun is coming up, though it is raining. I think that this is a good time to start trying to establish some sort of farm. Get some food, some bread going. Isn't there more this way? Oh, there is iron! Let's go! You know what I want to do? I want to save this wooden pickaxe as a memento. My first wooden pickaxe of the world. The original. Ah! I hear the... Is it down there? Or is it up above me? Oh, it's there. Okay. I'm just gonna... yeah, let's just do something like that for now. Beyond getting distracted, I actually need to get a little farm going. Let's actually do that. And hope that I stay safe in the process. I'm gonna try to avoid breaking the ferns, just so that I can have some ferns in the future. Just go grass mode right now. I'm gonna scoop up this iron. Yes, we've got iron ore blocks, not raw iron in this version. Some more history. Well, I don't want to go too close into the swamp. I'm gonna kind of stay relegated to this little area. I have fallen. It may be worth just killing myself right now, just to refill my hunger bar. Honestly, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm sorry to my 3 levels of experience, but this is a advanced level survival technique called killing yourself. Okay, it's still raining. There is no animals anywhere to be found in my nearby vicinity, so to escape the rain, I guess I'll start caving, I suppose? This is where all the exciting stuff is. I may just die of skeleton. I may just die of zombie. Sorry, there's a bat there, I didn't notice. I do want to collect as much iron as possible before upgrading. Once again, a specific reason for that I will get into. Whatever. Oh, there's another skeleton. You want nothing to do with me. Are you stuck? Oh, you're stuck. That's adorable. Oh, there's the witch. What is up with all the witches? That's a piece of dirt. That is a lot of skeletons for, Hello? That's a lot of skeletons to be in one spot at one point. You look stuck. I got one piece of string. I'm well on my way to having a bed. I am 1/12 of the way there. I think I hear zombie footsteps, I hear zombie noises. I see zombies with my eyeballs. Please don't trample my crops. You trampled my crops and you fell into the earth. Look at this guy. Oh, you look so stupid right now. You're so freaking foolish. Good night. Man, these old versions, right? Am I right? These old Minecraft versions. What are we gonna do with them? Oh, and you know what? I just thought of. Beyond the terrain generation smoothing, I especially shouldn't go too far outside of my spawning chunks, because that will let copper generate in the world. And also, like, you know, tuff and geodes, andesite, granite, diorite, all the ones, all those guys. 'Cause those are gonna not exist in the, like, 4 or 5 chunks radius around the spawn. They probably do now, but not in 1.2, I'll tell you that. I really need one more piece of string. Then we can get this mission rolling. Ooh, it's wicked dark over here. Probably where all the mobs are coming from. A sheep! Oh, huge! Several sheep, and they're under the leaves! Oh, this is wonderful. I need to rush home and... Oh, I used all my iron. Shoot. There's 3 sheep, so I could kill them. However, it's getting night, so I may want to retreat underground anyway. Well, you have revealed to me where mobs are coming from, so I could probably go up there and light some things up. Come on. There we go. A carrot! Oh, the old carrot texture. Oh, that brings me back. It's nighttime. I'm waiting on wheat to grow. Things are looking pretty good. Let me deposit that carrot in there. I could do with one more piece of wheat before I go down into the caves again, looking for more iron. You know what? I don't even think I need to. What is with all the witches? Honestly, sincerely, and truly. Oh, it's poison. I don't really want to be poisoned with a skeleton around, and you know what? That's just fine, honestly. I'm a little bit peeved that I lost my 7 levels of experience, but once again, not really that bad. What's with all the witches? I wonder if there is a witch hut, like that generated in the terrain, like the bounding box for the spawn witch property, but it's like, it's making them spawn underground or something. What's going on here? Oh. Oh, it's slowness. That's fine. Okay, there's the poison. That's not how you make a sword. Just give me one moment. I'll be right there. Hey, thanks for the stick. I'll put that with the others. Oh, I'm about to die. You're gonna hit me with an instant damage, aren't you? Since I'm so low from the poison. Ah, I knew it! Well, not to worry, my sword is right here, and I am right here. My sword? There's my sword. Where are you going? What the heck is going on? Alright, I need to get the rest of my stuff back. Chest plate, excellent. No shield yet. There you are. Nice. Where's my shield? Oh, it's right there. Okay. What the heck is going on? You shot yourself with your own arrow somehow. Ah, bat jump scare. I need more string. Love to find some spiders. I'm so close to being able to enact my plan. Ah, yes, my iron. I need to smelt. Gotta get me some shears so I can make a bed. Wow, there's so many of them. There we go. I can now make a bed. It's red. We don't have colored beds yet. We haven't invented that technology. Very cool. I'll just kind of stick this here for now. Now I can skip the night. Which is perfect. And I think I might even get a second bed for portability reasons. You know, one other thing that I'm thinking is, like, I'm worried that just because the render distance is set to low, it may still be rendering chunks beyond my render distance, so I don't know if setting the render distance to short is actually really doing anything for me in the end. I do have that fear, but I thought that I was so clever for thinking of this solution that I'm just gonna roll with it. Let's review. We need a single piece of string in order to proceed properly with the plan. There's 2 places to get string. One's from killing spiders. The other is from breaking cobwebs. So, if I... That's impossible. No, it's not. It's not impossible. Cobwebs were totally a thing in 1.2. If I get lucky enough to find an abandoned mineshaft, that'd be great. Otherwise, I just kind of need to hope for a spider to happen. Oh, iron. Perfect. Very, very important to get lots and lots of this stuff. Shoot the creeper. I didn't grab my shield. Oh. Oh! Disc! Disc! Well, no spiders still. Still on the lookout for that. Well, we got a disc. Got Maul. It's one of my least favorite. Now we're cooking. Hey, a zombie emerge. I'll be eating that. Hear more steps. Zombie and all gold, huh? Can you give me some of that? Nope. Give me your flesh, though. You know, back in the day, I used to watch somebody playing modded Minecraft with the equivalent exchange mod, right? You know, the thing that gives you access to everything you could ever dream of, like basically for free, and would still just eat rotten flesh anyway. I don't know why. I don't know if it was like for the bit or just because they didn't feel like making, I don't know, 1 piece of steak to put in their alchemy table so they could have infinite steak for the rest of their life. But you know what? That's the way it is sometimes. Maybe it was just like specifically to irritate people who are just like, get better food. That's equally possible. I know I'd do something like that, to be honest. But I do also like to make things more efficient where I can, so... I also just hate having to deal with food a little bit. I like having a good and steady food supply when I can. So believe you me, as soon as I get access to a regular and stable food supply, I am not eating any more flesh. You know, here I am lighting everything up when I say that I desperately need to kill a spider. Not gonna get my hopes up and think that there's a spawner again. That is a zombie villager. Oh, there goes my sword. Is there no tool breaking animation or sound in this version? This is not exactly a one-chunk challenge, but this is kind of similar to that. Oh, and speaking of that, I'm fully aware, I don't want to make out that I'm doing something terribly unique here with this idea of this playthrough that I have. But I do want to be clear that, like, this type of thing has definitely been done before, but I'm mostly doing it just because I want to do it my way. And also, like, it feels like a fun sort of thing to do, right? You understand. So I'm not claiming to be wholly original here. Jeez. More zombie What's going on here? Is my game haunted? Why were there 4 zombie villagers? Witches galore? What's going on here with this world? Is there something, like, magical over here? Or is that just how things work in this version? There's even a baby. There's even a baby. What the? There's even okay, there's that spider. Okay, that's huge. We have a spider. Now, if you can drop 1 piece of string for me, that is the key to unlocking this entire playthrough. Then I can advance in the... Oh, perfect. I can advance in the ways that I want. So, like, what the heck? 5 zombie villagers at once. Is that how pack spawns just worked in this version? That, like, if a zombie villager spawned a pack from it, then it would, There's even more spiders. Then it would make, like, all zombie villagers in the pack? What the heck is up with that? Okay. So we have string. That is huge. So here's how things are gonna go. I'm going to make a fishing rod because the reason why I picked this version specifically, because this is the last version where you can get both on a bow, both mending and infinity on a bow. And I think that it would be fun and cool and nice to go into the future and keep a handful of mending and infinity bows. Because I'm pretty sure they don't... In future versions, I'm pretty sure, if I recall correctly from back when this update came out, that it doesn't necessarily remove the enchantments from the existing bows. It just makes it so that you can't put them on new bows. Unless that changed sometime in the future, but I don't particularly mind. So I'm gonna fish for enchanted bows and enchanted books, and that's what I need the iron for, is to make an anvil, so I can assemble more bows to combine with each other to make both mending and infinity bows together. So that is going to start the process, and basically I'm probably just gonna see you back again whenever fishing starts going well. So from here on out, it's gonna be fishing, and then once that's done, then we upgrade to the final current version. Oh yeah! It's just fish! We don't have the other types of fish. That was the other reason I wanted to do this, is because of raw fish being in this version, instead of raw cod and raw salmon and such. Now, that's not gonna last. All of our raw fish that we have is gonna turn into raw cod whenever I update past 1.13. But this still counts. This is still an item that is unobtainable in the future that I am getting, so check that off the checklist. Oh. You know what? I take it back. I forgot that at some point they added salmon and tropical fish and pufferfish just from fishing, and it was just cod that they added in the aquatic update. So we have raw fish and raw salmon, but the salmon's not going to change, but the fish will. Forgot about that. I'm remembering now, though. It's all coming back to me. A bow! Here's the moment. It's got mending. Okay, huge. Literally huge. So, if I can get an infinity book or an infinity bow, I can merge the two of them together via anvil. Huge. Oh wow, it's so great that I got some lily pads from fishing. That way I don't have to travel all the way to a swamp to get some. You know, travel a whole, 10 blocks to get some. So it is now several days later. I started this world on the 15th, and it is now the 19th, and I have been fishing the entire time. Every once in a while, the last couple of days, I would just hop on for a couple of minutes to a couple of hours. I would get out the old fishing rod, and I would have just been fishing the entire time. And that is all for one specific end, which I will show you in a minute. But first, let me show you everything that I've done since I last was on camera. So, the entire time I have been staying within this little area, not really moving from this area while I've been fishing, except to maybe go into the mines, into the caves, just for a couple of minutes. So this entire area should still not have been generated super far. I know it can kind of get a little weird after you go into the caves, since you can't exactly tell precisely where you are relative to the surface. But I have been fishing, I've been collecting resources. I attempted to build a little AFK fishing farm that didn't work for a handful of reasons, so I've just been fishing manually, just for fun. I even got a brand new little kitty. This is Lunchbox. This is my new kitty, who's going to be accompanying me and protecting my chests from creepers. But other than that, if I go over here to this chest, I can show you that I have a myriad of enchanted bows and enchanted books. that was all for the purpose of collecting these 5 bows. These bows are all infinity and mending bows, which you can't get anymore, and if my memory serves, if I am correct about this, even if you can't get mending infinity bows now, old mending infinity bows don't lose the enchantments. So these are all just, you'll see I've named most of them. We've got Mending in Infinity in Punch 1. On Sinister Arrow Raid, I like to name my tools after Pokemon stuff. That's just kind of what I've always done. Sinister Arrow Raid 2, which has Punch 2 and Flame. We've got Searing Shot, that's just Flame, no Punch. This is 1,000 Arrows. It doesn't have Flame or Punch. And then we've just got Bow, which I didn't name because I didn't have the levels for it at the time. Which is just Punch 2 and not Flame. The reason why I made 5 is just to have some contingency in case sometime in the future something happens. We'll still have these prepared for the worst. So we'll still have a relic, a backup, just in case. Other than that, you can see I've collected an absolutely a load of saddles. I've just got an enormous amount of saddles for whatever reason. What is that? That is 20 saddles that I caught while fishing. I would have to look at the loot table again just to be sure, to make sure the rarity on that, but like that's a lot of saddles. And here's the extra leftover fishing rods that I didn't end up combining into this one that I used. No lure, by the way. I just never ended up getting a lure. Like, I did get lure, but I didn't end up getting like a lure fishing rod that I felt like I wanted to combine with it, because I was putting most of my levels towards just combining the bows. But if I ever come back to fishing after I update, then maybe I'll do that. But speaking of updating, this is now that I have achieved these 3 bows, because 1.11 is the last version. 1.11 removes the ability to get Mending in Infinity on bows at the same time. That is the last version exclusive item that I want to acquire before upgrading to the current version. And I am so unbelievably excited to finally see what this world actually looks like beyond my little 5x5 chunk perimeter that I have been constraining myself to. I am so excited to spread my wings and finally get this project truly started. So I'm gonna go and update this world to 1.21, and whatever the current point, like 7 or whatever it's on now. And I will be right back, and we'll see what this world truly, finally has to offer. And here we are now in 1.21.8, not 0.7, 0.8. And I have kept the render distance on 2. I'm going to save the moment for the big reveal. As you can see, everything is the same as it was before in between recordings. All that is different is the version is now fully up to date. We've got all the fancy new textures, everything. We've got, cod instead of fish because we're post 1.13. We've got the petrified oak slabs that are all good. In this chest, we've got all of our infinity and mending bows that I'm pretty sure if I were to put one in the anvil or something, and tried renaming it, it would remove. No, it's even still on there. Wow, so I could even rename them if I wanted to. They are stuck forever. So fills me with even more confidence. And here we go. It's time for the big reveal. I'm gonna go into video settings and we're gonna turn the render distance up. We'll start at 16 for now, just because that feels pretty normal, kind of in the middle. And let's finally see what this world looks like. Ooh, okay. This water doesn't go out nearly as far as I thought it was going to. We've got spruce out there in the distance. That's huge. Oh, this is a nice little nook. The blending of the swamp. Oh, salmon! I forgot we have access to the actual fish mobs now. This is gonna be such a relearning opportunity, because I've had to relearn many things about the old version of the game, and now I'm relearning so many things about the new version of the game. I really like the way that the swamp and the jungle are blending together. I wonder if it's because this was a jungle chunk at one point in time and I loaded that one, and then I didn't load that one over there, and the seed is telling that chunk to be swamp, and it's just kind of like merging each other in and out. Looks like we've got a little bit of funky generation over here, which I can smooth out. Wow, the caves went a little bit farther than I thought. If the generation's all the way out here, that must be a consequence of updating from 1.2 to 1.10. Probably created this border, because I'm pretty sure post whatever it was 1.17 or 1.18 was supposed to like smooth things out a bit. But I can smooth this out manually. This shouldn't be hard for a little bit later on down the line. That can be a project. I was prepared to do a little bit of that. Looks like there's a little bit of smoothing here. A little bit of spruce in here. I can just like chop down this mountain and stuff in the future. This is nice. This is a nice little area. Oh, and we've got glacier right over here. So this is going to be a kind of a funny little relic of old generation, is the warm jungle biome right next to the cold. It's ice spikes even. That's pretty rare. That's pretty nice to have so close to home like that. Very interesting. Let's check out and see what's in the other direction. I've been really wondering what is on the backside of the old cave we've been staying in for a little while. I've been really interested to see. Oh, I don't want to destroy a tree right now, Minecraft tutorial. Leave me alone. Leave me be. I've been really interested to see how far back this mountain goes. We've got this little cave inlet in. Did mushrooms grow on the top of that tree? That's really funny. I didn't know they could do that. Probably not something that's possible anymore, but back in the older versions, I don't know if mushrooms had like certain blocks that they could only grow on, or if the lighting engine just like handled it differently. As for my future plans for this world, I haven't fully decided if I want to commit to this jungle just yet. Oh, it looks like the mountain goes back quite a ways. But yeah, I haven't decided if I want to fully commit to living in the jungle or not. I might pull an etho and just kind of, chop all of these trees down and just like clear cut all the leaves and just like build here just on flat ground, like for the sake of just the grass color. I think that would be a pretty fun thing to do. This mountain's looking pretty immense. I didn't think it was going to be this big. Let's see if we got some... Yeah, we got a couple of funky borders over here, which I don't mind. Like, this can all be smoothed out. There's some lava over there. That's not great. Don't want to... I've got my bucket on me. I think I might just bucket that away so that we can prevent some forest fires, as a natural cobblestone generator as well. It's kind of funny. There, just keep that in the back pocket for safekeeping. Yeah, so, oh my god, there's another one? Jeez. I might just block that off. Well, there's fire. I don't see there's the lava. Okay, let's stop this from happening while we still can. Just gonna shove a log in there. Alright, I think I've managed to stop the spread, at least for the most part, so we don't have to worry about the entire jungle burning down, but I am very excited to explore some new terrain for once. Ooh, now this is nice. We've got a nice big plains over there, ripe for opportunity, for building opportunities. We got some surface emeralds, that's nice. Nice little highlands over here. The spruce fading into the jungle is kind of funny. It would be nice to find a village now that I am allowing myself to leave. I had pondered going, like, using and abusing the old versions of the game. Get some of the old, like, glitchy villagers that were, like, had impossible trades or trades that never, like, were always refreshed. All in all, this is looking like a world with a lot of potential. I'm really liking everything that I'm seeing here. And I think that this is going to be a wonderful and excellent start to a long and prosperous project. And I am very excited to start getting stuck in proper style for to actually achieving my goal of acquiring literally everything. Now that there is now a literally everything to have, it will be nice to be able to go out and find it. Oh, we got andesite. We got andesite and granite and gravel and all the things. One other thing that's going to be huge and crucial in having old chunks generated is I'm going to be able to find... break my legs. I'm going to be able to find stone diamonds, which is going to be one of the things that is usually kind of hard to get in post Caves and Cliffs era. But with old terrain generation, there might be some that we could discover at the bottom of the old generated chunks that apparently there are quite a lot of. Despite the render distance being kind of low. I wonder if being in 1.10 or being in 1.2 had the low render distance, it did affect the terrain generation, but I wonder if in 1.10 the low render distance, it still generated 8 chunks out, like the actual terrain generation. And maybe that's what gave us our world borders, the funky terrain, like walls of stone that we had before. Nonetheless, that is all stuff that can be fixed. That's all stuff that can get smoothed over, and all stuff that I am willing to put in the work to make pretty and make this world nice and awesome and cool. And we'll get started with phase 1 of the project, which is acquiring more items, I think, for the next episode. This first episode has been great for laying foundations, making sure that everything is going to work out for the future, and I am very excited for the future of this project and where this world is going to go. So thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.